Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts. In this video I'll be looking at Saturday Morning Adventures Dungeons & Dragons number 2. Okay, so this is the second issue of Saturday Morning Adventures Dungeons & Dragons. Now, this has got a few more words in it. There we have a little bit more storyline than the first one. As I mentioned in the previous review of this first issue, there wasn't a lot of talking. We had a little bit of background, not much else, lots of running around, lots of splash panels, nothing else. This has got a little bit more talking in it. So, the kids have just arrived in Waterdeep. They have an argument themselves about who's head of the team. Everyone Hank's head of the team. He always has been. In the series, always Hank. But they seem to decide they're having a bit of an argument about who's in charge. We all know that. Dark Mantles show up. Not particularly detailed Dark Mantles, just kind of black things that just hang in the air and look nasty and menacing. But I mean, it's just okay, right, fine. And then we see lots and lots of other Dark Mantles appear over the Houses of Waterdeep. Now, this is kind of always bugged me a little bit when I read this through. Waterdeep is probably the most metropolitan city in the realms. There's probably a gazillion level 3 fighters, so many level 7 fighters, level 14 fighters, and nobody else seems to be making any kind of challenge against these bad guys flooding Waterdeep. Kelvin Blackstaff should just start, fireballing people if he's still around, all that kind of stuff. So again, it just ignores the continuity of the realms outside of, hey, this is characters are the heroes, therefore nobody else does anything. That's not the realms. The realms doesn't do that. Anyway, um, they find the lass who's been trying to start these portals to bring them through. They go to this monastery apparently, which is kind of empty. It's got lots and lots of magic items in it. There are weird random stuff in there about a giant strength and all this. I don't know. Anyway, as I mentioned before, I don't know how the kids' magic items fit in this weird because they need to be charged in a certain area. Whether or not, I don't know if they're going to get any more magic items or what. It's going to be some kind of weird thing where Presto has 17 magic items on him or something at the end of the issue. 6 or something like that. Anyway, this character here who actually summoned him in is apparently wild magic powered. She has random spells go off, and her random spells seem to actually create portals. Now, these portals seem to summon in lots of bad guys, which is a very, very convenient way of getting bad guys inside the actual safety of the monastery. And again, random stuff though. It's like a gelatinous cube and some gnolls. It's like, okay, fine, but gnolls are kind of, they're intelligent. They're not just bad guys. The same as the Dark Mountains and the Driders. Driders are not just monsters. Driders are failed kind of Lolth worshippers. So there's not swarms of them. I'm not quite sure that the writer just kind of didn't just go for the monster man and go, oh, they're cool. I'll have them. Spider people, they're great. Do they know about how they fit in with the actual kind of history of the Forgotten Realms and Dungeons and Dragons? Not too sure. Anyway, um, the Gnolls get beaten up. Surprise, surprise. The Gelatinous Cube gets beaten up. Surprise, surprise. They find a basement that apparently has got some other stuff in it. And there's a maze down there for no particular reason. I'm not quite sure really what's going on. I'm not quite sure if this is supposed to be a monastery. Again, it doesn't even look like a monastery. It looks like a tower. It looks like a stronghold. This doesn't look like a monastery. This doesn't look like something that's been used by, a group of monks. And was it in the center of town? And was no one else worried about it? And she can't come out the tower because apparently it's got some protection thing where she can't come out. Anyway, it's weird. Um, Again, it doesn't feel at the moment like a continuation of the TV series, which again is the entire point of the Saturday Morning Adventures, as far as I was aware, that you were continuing the adventures of the TV series. This feels like it could be another Dungeon Dragons storyline with just some people that do nothing, that look like the characters. Not a lot of people get to, not everyone gets to talk. Everyone in the TV series had their little pieces of dialogue they could actually think. Hank did one thing, Shilly would do one thing, Bobby would do one thing. It was all something that would kind of gel together, but in this, like, two people get to have a chat between themselves for a long, long time. Um, Again, it's okay. It's much, much better than the first issue because the first issue was literally, over in 2 seconds. You flip through various splash pages. Um, Again, it's another, as I mentioned before, just basically a tie into the movie again, to try and get the kids there. Where we're going to see Bobby aged up because that guy in the movie trailer was definitely not Bobby. Um, and where's Uni going to go? Because Uni's not in the movie unless I'm mistaken either. Anyway, so all in all, it's okay. It's not fantastic. There is signs of improvement. Hopefully issue 3 will be better. That should be out pretty soonish, I believe. But IDW in the UK has been having trouble arriving on time, so we're not seeing that as often as we should do. So once that is here, I shall be looking at issue 3. Am I going to buy all of them? Well, of course I am. I can't buy 3 issues now and not buy 6 issues. That's crazy. Will I buy another lot of D&D stuff from IDW? I mean, I haven't done anything yet, and this is the one that I thought was going to be the series that I was actually interested in. It's based on the cartoon. The other stuff was, okay, Ravenloft and characters that, in my opinion, don't go with 5th edition because they skip forwards in time and they should all be dead or whatever, and conveniently everyone's been frozen in time or turned to stone or trapped in a dimensional portal and they all popped out again. So, well, why did you move the timeline on 25 years? You could have just kept it as it was. Anyway, if they do more of it, it'd be interesting. I would definitely prefer the art style to look more like the cartoon if they did so. Unfortunately, it looks like we're stuck with this art style for the entire series. But it'll probably sell. I'm sure there'll be other cartoon character merchandise along with the toys and stuff in the immediate future. Because I think that kind of retro stuff is really important to Dungeons & Dragons at the moment. So we shall see. But we'll keep going. We'll see what's issue 3. Hopefully issue 3 will improve. Anyway, that's enough ramblings from me. Thank you for listening, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye bye.